Ladies and gentlemen, I've got some fantastically awesome, but also some pretty bad news. 70 million Helldivers have died. That's right. 70 million Helldivers have died trying to liberate, or in fact, liberating the Umlaut sector. This means the TCS is now active on the barrier planet. So these are like levels of deaths, which I think surpass Warhammer 40k. Although, well, maybe not. Warhammer 40k is an absolutely terrible universe to be in. But 70 million in a few days have died. What the actual hell kind of losses are they? Absolutely insane. Of course, the enemies have suffered incalculable losses, but I mean, they're only Terminids. Who cares? So long as we get that oil, element 701 off them to power our ships, because democracy. So, of course, this means where is the next major order update? Now, we've got to give Joel the benefit of the doubt here. It is the weekend. And I hope that he's having some much earned rest. And in fact, the overarching story of the game and the developers themselves and everything else. It is a Saturday. I will forgive them if they don't update the game on a Saturday, but I wouldn't put it past them to add some sort of major order into the game straight away. It's going to be super cool to see what that could be. But the question is, what will this look like? Has the Terminid control system worked? It looks like it has. Everything is pointing towards the Terminids have been liquidated on the planets, on the barrier planets, that is. The Terminids are still alive because they're contained behind the barrier planets. Now, this is the issue with Terminids. So I'm going to give you a very, a very shockingly bad breakdown of the lore of Terminids in Helldivers 2. So humans use Terminids to breed them to basically, I believe, liquidate them down and turn them into element 701. Element 701, if you turn it upside down, well, it reads oil. This is used to power the hyperdrives on the Helldiver ships. So we need the bugs to power our stuff. So what we do is we breed the bugs. The bugs, well, they get out of control. The Helldivers have to go in and then kill the bugs. The bugs do not have space travel. They only go where humans are because we take them to breed them to get element 701. So this is all our fault, and the Helldivers are just sent in to cool the population. Anyway, the barrier planets, and the whole idea behind that is to create a barrier so the Terminids cannot actually get past that. So that area of the galaxy is essentially the humans' farm for the Terminids. Question is, will it work or will it go wrong? It's going to go wrong, isn't it? And I cannot wait to see how it goes wrong. I just hope it's absolutely spectacularly magnificent. I've got to throw this in the video because it's so cool. There was one player on Cyberstan. Now, if you don't know what Cyberstan is, because I didn't know what this was, I thought, well, what the hell is this? Well, actually, it's the homeworld of the automatons. Why was the one player on Cyberstan? Who was this player? Was it Joel? Is Joel a traitor? What's he doing on Cyberstan? Who was it? We need answers, and we need them now. But this kind of ties into all the cool things they're doing with the game, right? This might have just been a bug, who knows? But even bugs like this, you just sort of go wild with these speculation theories. The blue lasers we've seen recently, is that the Illuminate? Are they starting to attack us on random levels? This on Cyberstan, is somebody conferring with the enemy what's going on? It's so cool. Now, this is a fantastic video. This is from Operator Drewski, and I'll put a link to it in the video description below. I'll give you the TLDR of this, though, and what was said in the video. So, essentially, this was like an interview with the lead developers and obviously the CEO of Arrowhead while playing Helldivers 2. So, it was a really cool sort of take on, I guess, a developer interview format, and everyone's having like a load of fun. But I want to just break down what they said in this because I think there are some like little tidbits of information that are worth going over. So one of the reasons why the weapons are so good in the game is because there's mandatory military service in Sweden, so the developers have all handled weapons so they know what they're doing. That's really cool. There was also a planned first-person view in the drop pod when you're dropping down to a mission, but it didn't get finished in time for the launch of the game, but maybe this was something that will get added fairly soon. When you call down a drop pod, the first one that drops should not alert enemy patrols, but if you drop another one down, it probably will. And they also said that the gas stratagem, the orbital gas stratagem, is apparently really good for destroying big bug clusters on the hatchery destroy missions, which is a bit of cool info. But that was basically it. I mean, I recommend you go and watch the video because it's cool just to get into the sort of mindset of the developers. They're just enjoying their own game, but they're enjoying it in a way which is just awesome to see. So I think this game's in very good hands for the future. There's also been some discussion about a public roadmap for Helldivers 2, and actually, I'm going to give it to the people over on Reddit who posted this because they say it'll be a bad thing for the game, and I absolutely wholeheartedly agree with this. Now, I've got a lot of experience dealing with roadmaps when it comes to live service games, especially anticipating what's in them. even asking for them in the past, because not knowing what's coming to a game kind of felt terrible, especially when the game was designed to give you updates at a set cadence, you know, a seasonal update model. Obviously, I'm referring to Overwatch 2, the game I've covered a lot. And Helldivers 2 is completely the opposite to that. So if you had a roadmap, it would totally spoil the game. In fact, it would make the game borderline unplayable, I think. Because imagine if we knew what was coming, right? Imagine if you knew, okay, the next event, the next major order, and the major order after that, then you knew why that's going to happen. And, okay, we're going to tell you that this year there's going to be 5 major order updates or something. Obviously, there's going to be more than that. But I don't think it would work with Helldivers 2. And I think the devs get that as well. The whole idea of this game is to be a new take on live service. So I don't think we're going to ever see anything like a public roadmap for the game, because it doesn't add any value to the game. It doesn't get players hyped. What gets players hyped is like the organic feeling of playing the game, seeing things develop, taking part in the community, looking at social media posts, looking at YouTube content, watching streamers, all of that stuff. When like, oh my god, what's this blue laser? What does that mean? I'm going to play some Helldivers 2 today. It's a minimal thing, but it makes you want to come and play. Whereas a roadmap, if it said and listed, there will be an Illumina invasion, there will be this new Warthog vehicle, there will be this new massive automaton thing, you know, all of this stuff, it would be boring. So I think it would be completely against the spirit of the game if they ever added a roadmap. But I want you to let me know in the comments below, would you like to see a roadmap? Maybe some people would. Maybe there is an argument for a roadmap based around certain elements, like, I don't know, maybe like a war bond roadmap, right? So they could say, oh yeah, we've got a roadmap coming out which is going to show you the next 3 or 4 war bonds and what they're going to include. But then again, it's fun seeing what the war bonds include when they drop, which I think has more of an impact than sort of leading up to it. Because imagine if the next one was like an ice variant of the war bond, so the weapons all slowed enemies down or whatever. You might be thinking, I'm not about ice, I'm about nuclear energy, so I want the fusion powered one, which is going to come out later down the line. Whereas if the ice one dropped suddenly out of nowhere, you might think, oh, I'll check it out. So it's a difficult situation, but I do think overall a roadmap is not a great idea for this game. The next topic is slightly controversial because there is a... Okay, so I'm going to break this down. I'm not going to show you guys footage of how to do this. I will explain it, though, in certain terms. So you can earn super credits really fast if you play the easiest difficulty missions and you essentially run around the map, because the maps are much smaller on difficulty 1. And you can just look for containers, you can look for the downed drones or drop pods, whatever they are, and you can find super credits. And when you loot super credits, they immediately go into your bank. So you can just then quit the mission and start it again. And here's the kicker. If you get a mission where maybe you get the maximum number, or let's say you get 40 or 50 super credits on that mission, you can, and you know where they are, right? Because you've ran around the little map, and the map's only small, so it doesn't take a lot of time to do this. Instead of completing the mission, you can leave the mission and then restart the mission again, and you get the same map. At which point, you can then go and find more of the super credits, and then you can just keep adding them to your bank. If you keep doing this, and like I said, if you find a map that's going to give you an easy 40 or 50 or maybe even more, I think 40 is the minimum, I think, on a mission, then you can very quickly earn thousands of super credits, so then you can buy all of the war bonds you want and all the store stuff. Now, you might be saying, well, Sty, why are you not telling us or showing us how to do it? I kind of have just told you. If you want to go and work it out from what I've said, then go ahead and do it. The reason is because I don't think the game's unfair with the way it gives you super credits. And also, it is against the spirit of the game to just do one mission and never really complete it. Because you have to remember here as well, people will join the mission. You cannot have a truly private lobby in this game. There might be certain things you can do with a firewall or something, I don't know. But you cannot just go into the game settings and go, I just want a private lobby where no one can join. Because you'll still get people joining from your friends list. You know, there's a lot of... You just basically cannot start your own game, which obviously makes sense. This is a co-op game. So if you're treating it as a solo game and you're not completing operations, you're just running around trying to collect super credits and then leaving, it is a bit frustrating. So I think that pretty much sums up why I'm kind of against this, because I can understand like a very easy way to get the premium currency is a good thing, and if you need to unlock that war bond, I can understand why players would do it. But if you just play the game, you'll be able to unlock it anyway. And also playing the game will push forward major orders, help with sector control because you're completing all the operations, and it will help with other players because you're actually completing operations. So they're getting medals, they're getting samples and all of that stuff. So I would avoid doing these kind of farming runs because I just don't think they're in the spirit of the game. But by all means, if you want to do it, then just go ahead and do it. And I think the best place to end this video is the frankly insane This was insane, right? So this is from IGN, and they're basically trying to insinuate that Helldivers 2 is pay to win. And you can buy power in what is a PvE game, and it becomes pay to win. Now, you can do that. I'm just going to straight up state that you can do that. There are games out there, Warframe, where you can do that, right? You can straight up spend money. You will have better equipment. Now, at the moment, that does not apply to Helldivers. It's all side grades, different takes on, you know, things that... Like, okay, let's talk about the sickle. Everyone is saying the sickle is it's a sick weapon. It's an awesome weapon. It's really good. It is until you're being mobbed by hunters, at which point it's not good enough and you're going to die. Whereas if you had a shotgun like the Breaker, you'll kill all of those hunters super fast. You're not in danger, but you are if you've got the sickle. There's pros and cons to weapons. They suit different playstyles. They suit different enemies. And that's the way this game's going to go forward, I hope. That's what the devs want. So if that happens and continues, that's going to be massive. There is nothing which is straight up just an I win button, which is hidden behind a paywall. I don't know why IGN were trying to insinuate that there was or there is. It's just stupid. It's clickbait. It's not anything to worry about. It's stupid. This game isn't pay to win. This game has got a very fair monetization system. It's got a very fair war bundle battle pass system. It's got a very fair store as well. And it gives you premium currency through playing the game. It literally ticks all of the boxes for modern games and how you reward people that put time into your game versus people that maybe want to or maybe can't put as much time in or maybe don't want to and maybe just want to give themselves some super credits to be able to buy the next war bond. That's fine. You can drop $10 on that and that's fine. But also you can get it through just playing the game. And if you play the game a ton, you do get rewarded by the game. And I think that is a fair system and it's definitely not pay to win. And believe me, guys, I would know if this game was pay to win. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel because it helps a ton. And yeah, like the video. That also helps a lot. And yeah, let's see what this next major order is going to be. Cannot wait to see it. Catch you on the next one. Toodaloo.